Sisters, I couldn't find a box big enough, but I found this old trunk downstairs. I think it's from the charity magic show a few years back. You know, Father Chenille's act? Anyway, I heard on the radio there was... Right, sorry. Sorry, I forgot the bells were rung when we weren't allowed to talk.
It hasn't been so bad. Only 3 times today.
Yeah, when I grew up in the orphanage, I was always getting in trouble for making too much noise.
George, I didn't know you were an orphan.
I am?
You just said you were.
I did?
Yes, George, you said you grew up in an orphanage.
Oh, right. Well, I wasn't an orphan, though. My father was the groundskeeper, and we lived on site. It was an all-girls orphanage, which was a pretty fine place to grow up, if you catch my meaning. There was one girl in particular, never knew her name, but I always saw her watching me from out the window. Even if I was just reading or eating my lunch, she'd stare at me in my old monogram work shirt, and she'd smile. I'd smile back, give her a wave, kind of like this. And then she'd wave back, kind of like this. And I'd lean in, give her my old Valentino eye, kind of like this. And then she'd, I'm sorry, sisters.
What was it you wanted, George?
Wanted.
Yes, you know.
Right. I heard on the radio that we're supposed to get a big frost tonight.
Frost? So soon? We'll have to drop everything and harvest the grapes. But what about all these robes? We can't get all this sewing done and have it shipped out by morning like Mother Superior wanted, and pick all the grapes.
Well, I can help with the grapes, I don't mind.
Oh, George, could you?
Sure, I mean, I already finished all my chores. Besides, if you don't get these grapes harvested, you won't be able to make any of your juice for the poor.
Glory be, Sister Philomena. We'll skip dinner tonight. We'll go and help George in the orchard. We'll rush back here and do all of this sewing. Come on, we'll grab our buckets and meet you in the orchard, George.
All right.
Oh, George, what's that in your pocket?
Oh, I almost forgot. Telegram from Mother Superior. It's from Rome. It's marked importante. Not quite sure what that means. Imported. Means imported.
Important, George. It means important.
We'll see she gets it right away.
Great. I'll see you in the vineyard.
Orchard, George. Remember, Mother Superior doesn't like us to call it a vineyard.
Well, Sister Augusta, once we pick all those grapes, we're going to have to start making our wine. But we don't have enough space, bottles, or time.
Well, what choice do we have? Our you know what is the only thing that keeps money coming into this convent. Without it, the church would surely close our doors. Now come on, Philomena. We have to help George with that grape harvest. We can't let it go bad.
Let what go bad, sisters?
Mother Superior.
We didn't see you come in.
Let what go bad?
George, Mother Superior. We can't let George go bad.
What do you mean?
That seems to be treading a path of sin. We were just talking with him. Isn't that right, Sister Philomena?
What sin?
I saw him drinking elk. Don't say that word, sister.
You know how much I despise that word.
Sorry, Reverend Mother.
But where would George get you know what? He lives here on the grounds.
He drives in, or he goes into town at night and he buys bottles. Sister Philomena and I were going to skip dinner tonight and counsel him.
This is terrible. George has been our groundskeeper for years. He's never given me a moment's worry. Perhaps I should speak to him personally.
Oh, no, you can't.
Why not?
He doesn't know that you know, Mother Superior, and it might embarrass him. He so looks up to you. It would be...
Change must come from within. And hurry back, we're expecting that new addition to our convent tonight. Sister Mary, sent by Cardinal Redding himself.
Yes, Mother Superior.
I see George has found a trunk to ship the robes off in. Oh my, it's Father Chenille's old magic trunk. That man was the worst magician I've ever seen. The only thing he could make disappear is an audience. What's this?
Oh, George brought in a telegram for you, Mother Superior.
From Rome. Don't dawdle, sisters. George needs salvation.
I don't know why you had to lie to Mother Superior.
Well, what choice did I have? I couldn't let her know that we'd been making Satan's mouthwash instead of grape juice to keep the convent open.
I've never lied.
Well, still, you could have looked less guilty. You just stood there with your mouth open.
I can't help it. Every time I lie, that's all that comes out of my mouth is, So that's why I became a nun. Here, my disability is quite an asset.
Well, still, you could have looked less guilty.
Well, why did you have to lie in the first place?
I got flustered to the you-know-what bottles, and we'll put the juice back into the real juice bottles.
But Mother Superior serves grape juice out of those bottles.
Well, what choice do we have? Now, come on, we'll get our buckets and meet George in the field.
Oh. All right. Oh.
Buckets are right there.
Oh, no, this is terrible. Sister Philomena. Sister Augusta.
What is it, Mother Superior?
Rome has sent out a decree ordering all insignificant convents be immediately closed. We'll be sending someone not of the church, to check each and every convent and report back to Rome.
Well, why are you so worried, Mother Superior? Surely Rome doesn't mean us.
We've been entrusted with the sacred duty to the church.
How can we be considered insignificant?
I have a slight confession to make to you, sisters. All these years, I have never actually told Rome how small our convent is. That's why you've been trained to sew as fast as 20 nuns. And we certainly don't make enough money to be considered significant. Well, look at us, and Rome will close us down for sure. We'll be forced to join the sisters, grueling hard labor. Oh. What are those buckets for, Philomena?
They're for George, Mother Superior. When we go into his cabin, if we find any of that nasty devil drink, we'll pour it into the buckets, and then we'll pour it into the gutter.
Good, thank you. Go help that poor lost soul while I try to come up with a plan to save this convent. Oh dear, what are we to do?
That was close. They almost saw us.
But they didn't. Geez, Paul, you're as nervous as a marshmallow at a camp out. Calm down.
Easy for you to say. You didn't go to 12 years of Catholic school. You've got no idea what these nuns are like. Sally, I feel really strange about all this.
Why, Paul? This is just like every other assignment we've been given.
Oh, really? And what other story required us to do an expose on nuns?
Expose. Someone in this town is making wine and selling it to the locals. This will only be an expose if the nuns are truly the ones making it.
Still, this doesn't feel right.
Paul, The chief promised whoever cracks this a year's worth of front page stories. Front page, Paul. Do you know what that will do for my career?
I know, but spying on nuns?
I don't know about you, but aren't you tired of writing for the society section? I took this job to report the hard news, not the bingos and the dinner theaters.
Fine, let's just take a quick look around here and then get out. Boy, this place gives me the creeps. I've never been in a convent before.
Didn't you just say you went to Catholic school?
Well, I did, but we never actually saw where the nuns lived. For all I know, they slept upside down like bats in the coat closets. Boy, I don't miss those days at all. Those nuns used to scare me to death, always staring, never saying anything. You confess to anything, guilty or not, just to stop that awful staring. There was this one nun at my high school, Sister Margaret. She'd give me the willies so bad I'd stutter. I couldn't get anything out. It was horrible.
Don't you mean...
That's not funny.
Hey, look over here.
Ah, don't touch that. It's holy. The nuns in this order sew and repair all the robes for the church. If the Pope rips a hem, he sends it here to get fixed. These are very sacred things.
You know, Paul, this place isn't so bad. It's nice. It's kind of cozy. It's kind of what I thought you and I might have as a summer home. A little vineyard, a lot of quiet.
Oh, we would have, if you didn't leave me at the altar.
Oh, Paul, you're not still sore about that, are you? What choice did I have? Cracking that Dylan boy's story finally got me noticed. And I was the only reporter who covered it.
Because everyone else was at our wedding, waiting for you to show up.
I had no time to reschedule. I was busy chasing all of those other leads. And we agreed. Breaking up and not getting married was the best thing that ever happened to our relationship.
I know. It just hasn't been easy since the chief started assigning us the same stories. He sure has a sadistic side.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You know what I mean, Sally. It's just difficult. I still care about you. A lot.
So, anyway, all they do here is sew?
They say these nuns can pattern cut and sew a robe in 15 minutes flat.
Not me. I flunked home ec so many times, they put me in wood chip with the boys. Where is everyone anyway?
Well, the chief said there were just the 3 nuns in this convent. We saw 2 on our way in, so that means...
I've got to think!
The Mother Superior! Quick, hide!
Where did you go? Paul? Paul? Hello? Hello? You must be Mother Superior. No need for introductions, I know who you are. You do? Of course. I got the letter from Cardinal Redding. But tell me, Sister Mary, where are your wimple and veil? Oh, but I'm not. Here you'll find us very traditional in our dress. You must be from one of those more modern orders. This is what you'll be expected to wear here, sister. I think you must be mistaken. I am not... Not what? Not that size. Well, there are plenty of other gowns in the high holy closet, and I'm sure you can make your own quickly enough if you can't find one that fits. Now, I'll be right back. I'll make sure your room is ready. Paul!
She thinks you're a nun.
Isn't it wonderful?
Why didn't you correct her?
What? and blow our cover, she just handed us a golden opportunity.
But you just lied to a nun.
I did not. I just didn't really tell her the truth.
It's the same thing.
Listen, Paul. If she wants me to be Sister Mary, I will be Sister Mary. And I will meet all of the nuns, and I will gain their trust, and I will find out firsthand if there's any funny business going on around here.
Do you know how many sins you'll be committing if you impersonate a nun?
Paul, listen. The chief doesn't take either one of us seriously. Why else would he have sent us here? Do you think that there is a snowball's chance in hell that these nuns are the ones making the wine? But if they are, I'm going to be the one to blow the cover off the story, so you can either join in with me, or you can go back to writing about Tuesday line dancing at the Friendship Center.
I'm not going to leave you here alone, but this is crazy.
Sister Mary! Quick, hide! Oh, Sister Mary, I almost forgot. One of the things we honor here is a period of silence each day. When the bells chime, you must work in prayer and meditation. When the bells chime again, you may resume speaking. How many times does that happen? Oh, Jesus, dear. Oh, Jesus. What is the name of the order you transferred from again? The order? Yes, dear. I came here from the order of alphabetical. The alphabetical order? Oh yes, we filed things. I've never heard of it. We worked quite closely with the numerical order. Well, I'll leave you to get settled. With poverty very seriously. How charitable. Yes, the poor need it so much more than I. I see you kept this old plain coat. Plain? That coat cost me $50. And I was holding on to it to give it to a family in real need. Let me take it, dear. There are numerous orphanages in Rome could make use of it. You'll be an excellent addition, sister. Now, I'll leave you be. I'm sure you want to spend some quiet time praying. Yes, praying. Oh, I almost forgot. Breakfast is served at 4:30. 4:30? Hold up. 4:30 in the morning? That 4:30? It's horrible, isn't it? We're embarrassingly lazy around here. Good night. Paul.
We're getting out of here. Now.
Are you nuts?
We can't do this.
You can't not do this.
This is ethically, morally, religiously, it's wrong.
Do you know what your problem is, Paul? You're too scared to go after the hard news. The first sign of danger, you go running away.
That's not true.
Isn't it? You got the same tip about the Dillon boys I did, only you chose not to follow up on it.
I didn't follow up on it because we were getting married an hour later.
Well, the point is that story won me the Pickering Award.
Fat lot of good that award did you. You're still covering the same lousy stories I am. Only instead of a husband to commiserate with, you got a trophy. You never even tried to reschedule the wedding.
How could I? I had all of those other leads to follow up on. I was running around like crazy.
You weren't running around, Sally. You were running away. Just like you always do when someone gets too close.
I do not.
Why don't you just admit it? You're the one who's too scared. You don't want everyone to see the big brave reporter let her guard down and admit she has feelings like everybody else.
Do you know what, Paul? Feelings don't win you a Pickering Award.
No, but they do make you human.
Oh, come on, Paul.
Forget it. Let's just do this and get out of here.
Fine. Grab my coat. She put it in the trunk.
Just, Mother Superior, she's arrived.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
I am Sister Mary.
Sister Mary?
But this is Sister Mary.
Mary Catherine. Which one are you?
Excuse me?
Well, which Mary? I'm Mary Catherine, and you're Mary?
Mary?
Sister Mary?
Oh, Bloody Mary was already taken.
I get it. Like the cocktail.
You mustn't talk about you-know-what here. Mother Superior thinks that drinking is one of the greatest sins that one can commit.
She says it leads to life of vice and sin. She's quite passionate about it. We have to say things like, you know what, devil's hair tonic, Satan's bathwater, or something like that. Or something like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Please forgive me.
Sister Mary, will you be living with us as well?
Yes. I was sent here by the Cardinal. What's his name?
Redding?
Yes, Cardinal Redding.
What a coincidence! Redding is responsible for me being here as well. What a coincidence! We've arrived on the same day. What a coincidence! We have almost the same name. Are you an orphan too?
No, I can't say that I am.
Sister Mary Catherine, you're an orphan?
Yes. My family was tragically killed in a car accident outside of Paris. Oh, I grew up in an orphanage for girls. And then we all became nuns. It was somewhat expected. Except for one girl. She started a softball team.
I'll tell Mother Superior that you've arrived, Sister Mary Catherine.
And I'll go prepare another room.
So, Sister Mary Catherine, how's the nun life treating you?
Can you keep a secret, Sister Mary?
You would be amazed.
I'm not really a nun. I'm a novice. I'm still in training. Cardinal Redding is allowing me to finish out my training here, but at this convent, they don't take novices. Oh, I'm pretending that I've already entered into the sisterhood. Oh, I feel so guilty of trading in my novice's whites for this gown. Oh, but if Mother Superior would ever find out, oh, she would send me back for sure. And I just know that the Sisters of Perpetual Sewing is where I belong.
Well, honey, your secret is safe with me. The way I see it, it's sort of like living with your boyfriend before you get married. Spiritually, I mean.
Sister Mary, how long have you been a nun for?
Well, it feels like such a short time, really. But I suppose it's been since I was 9?
9? I've never heard of anyone entering the sisterhood that young.
Well, I was in the class for the exceptionally pious children. You know, my brother, he became a priest when he was 7.
Oh, it almost must seem a burden to have so much goodness in you.
It's truly the cross I bear. Well, I am just going to go over here and pray for a little bit.
Sister Mary Catherine,
I'm afraid I wasn't expecting you.
Cardinal Redding said he sent a letter. Perhaps it hasn't arrived yet.
Mother Superior, wasn't that the letter that you got last week?
Sister Augusta, please show Sister Mary Catherine to a room. She'll be next to Sister Mary... Oh, what's your second name, dear?
Mary?
No, dear, your second name.
Oh, Mary. It's Sister Mary, Mother Superior.
Sister Mary Catherine will be in the room next to Sister Mary. Then bring Sister Philomena back in here. I mean back in here. I need to speak with you both.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Oh, you wanted to see us, Mother Superior?
Yes, sisters. We've caught ourselves a spy.
Who, Mother Superior?
Sister Mary Catherine. She seems so innocent, so sweet. But I could tell right away she was hiding something. Did you see how nervous she looked? She's definitely up to something. Now listen. If she asks, we must commit sin and fib a little. Tell her that there are many others in our order, but they are all on retreat. We can't hear. Sister Augusta, I want you to keep an eye on her and report to me anything she does that seems suspicious.
Mother Superior, I haven't the time.
Why? You're almost done with the holy robes.
Oh, well, it's just we still need to talk with George.
Nonsense! This is important. Sister Philomena, I want you to keep Sister Mary Catherine busy.
Shut down the convent?
Of course not, it's just...
Then go. Oh, we'll get the buckets and meet George in the field.
I know this is God's way of punishing us for lying.
Oh, hello. You must be the new sister. I'm Father Chenille. I'm the priest of this local parish.
Hello, Father.
My, it was rather formal where you came from, wasn't it? Perhaps you can help me. It's a high holy day tomorrow, and I seem to have ripped my cassock. Don't suppose you could repair it for me?
Wouldn't it just be easier to take it to a seamstress?
Now, sister, you're a seamstress.
Yes, I am. So why don't you just leave it here, and I will get to this a little bit later on.
It's only a small tear. And I have a sunrise service in the morning.
Okay, well, if it's just a small tear, I'll see what I can do.
How do you like the convent so far, sister? Rather small, I know, but we do really well for the community. I see Sister Philomena and Sister Augusta go into town every week with their bottles of grape juice, and it seems to brighten up the spirits of every soul in town. I don't know how this convent would survive with such little money coming in, but we are rather thrifty. Having some trouble?
I can't thread the stupid needle. God, I was never any good at this.
Now, sister, I know you're joking. I know Cardinal Redding sends only those divinely gifted in sewing to this convent.
Oh, I almost got it.
What's this?
Haha, there we go.
My old magician's trunk. Wow, I haven't seen this in years.
This isn't so hard.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some things from the kitchen.
Yeah. What were you saying about the trunk?
Oh, Paul!
Oh, Sister Mary, I'm so glad I caught up with you. Oh, you will keep it a secret that I'm a novice, won't you? Oh, Mother Superior will send me back if she finds out, and I am certain that God wants me here.
Don't worry, Sister Mary Catherine. Your secret is safe with me. No one will ever know that you are not a nun.
Oh, thank you. Have a good night.
Sister Augusta?
Sister Mary. It's okay. Mother Superior knows that Sister Mary Catherine is snooping around. Imagine deceiving nuns like that.
Imagine.
All right, now, Paul, seriously.
I used to be quite the amateur magician back in my day. Perfectly solid knives, a perfectly solid trunk, and yet, abracalua.
What are you doing?
Amazing your senses. Abracalua.
Oh, God, Paul! Paul?
Who's Paul? Who's Paul?
Oh, God. St. Paul, the patron saint of straight seams. Oh, God and St. Paul, bless this seam and make it straight and true. Amen. My scissors were dull.
You sisters really do go above and beyond, blessing a simple rib seam like that.
Here you go, Father.
Perhaps this isn't very good. Perhaps you're still tired from your trip. I'm going to check the High Holy Closet and see if there's a better robe for tomorrow.
You can't go in there, Father. Perhaps, why don't you go into the kitchen, and make some tea. And by the time the kettle is boiled, I'll have this fixed for you.
All right, I'll return my knives.
Please. Oh. What are you doing? What are you wearing?
I heard him coming over to the closet, so I threw this on. We have got to get out of here and figure out a plan.
I know, but we have to fix this, so I don't want to blow our cover. I tried, I couldn't thread the needle. Stuck in there. Well, where did you learn how to do that? I thought you said your mother died when you were young.
Oh, I'm full of surprises. What about you? I thought all girls knew how to sew.
I told you, I flunked home ec like 5 times.
Okay, now just give this back to him, and then hopefully soon we can get out of here and start figuring out a plan, because this is getting ridiculous.
Sister Mary, hello, Father.
Hello, Father.
I'm Father Chenille.
I'm Father Paul.
What brings you to town, Father Paul?
That is to say,
He's my brother.
yes, this is, Sister Mary. This is my Sister Mary. I just wanted to make sure she arrived safely.
How very thoughtful. How very thoughtful. Will you be staying long?
Oh, a day or so. Probably less.
I see. And what parish are you coming from?
That's,
Wait, he sort of floats around.
I go where they need me.
I see. A Jesuit.
Here's your robe, Father.
Oh, much better. Very good indeed. Perhaps you and your brother, the father, would like to join me in the kitchen for some tea. I have an entire kettle boiling.
We were just on our way out.
Nonsense, Paul. We have plenty of time. Besides, I have so many questions.
Questions?
Oh, I'm very curious about your convent.
But Mary.
Oh.
Why don't you two run along to the kitchen and I'll be right there. I just want to ask the Reverend Mother a question about this sunrise service in the morning. Mother Superior.
Father Chenille, what a nice surprise.
I'm in a crisis, Mother Superior, crisis.
What is it?
Cardinal Redding is trying to replace me. He sent a young priest by the name of Father Paul.
What are you talking about?
I've just met him. He's the brother of Sister Mary. Can you help me with this?
I have troubles of my own, I'm afraid.
Oh, what is it?
Sister Mary Catherine, the one with the shifty eyes. She's reporting our every move to Rome.
Another spy? First Father Paul and now Sister Mary Catherine? What is this world coming to?
Oh, hello, Father, Mother. I was looking for Sister Augusta.
I think she's helping Sister Mary get settled. I'll let her know you're looking for her.
Thank you, Reverend Mother.
Wait a minute, George.
Yes, Father.
I have a favor to ask you.
Certainly, Father.
Now, I can't explain what I'm about to ask you. It would just mean a great deal to me if you would comply. I want you to spy on Father Paul.
Spy, Father?
That's right, spy. The fate of the entire church is in your hands. Here's what I want you to do.
But we still have all of this sewing to do. And George is very trustworthy. George!
Good morning, sisters.
George, what are you wearing? That's sacrilege!
Oh, no, it's a cassock.
But I don't understand.
Well, Father Chenille's put me on a secret mission. From now on, I'm Father George.
Father George.
Well, till he tells me to be groundskeeper George again.
But I don't understand.
Can't explain anything to you right now, but just remember, I'm Father George.
All right now, George. Father George, we have a favor to ask of you.
George, we have some bottles that we need to get picked up from town. Can you go and get them for us?
I don't know. Father Chenille asked me to stay here all day.
Well, we'd go ourselves, but we still have all this mending to do.
Please, we have to get those bottles today.
Well, Father Paul was still asleep when I left my cabin, so maybe if I go right now, I can be back before he's up.
Thank you, George. Father George.
Oh, good morning, sisters.
Oh, good morning, Sister Mary Catherine.
Good morning.
Is there something wrong, Sister Augusta?
How are you feeling this morning? Anything you'd like to tell us?
What do you mean?
confess?
Actually, there is.
I knew it. I drank all the grape juice at breakfast this morning.
Is that it?
Oh, may I ask you girls something?
Down? Something you'd like to confess?
I think I'm going to take my sewing outside. I think I need some time to reflect.
I'll go with you.
I don't mean to be rude, Sister Augusta. I think I'd like to go alone.
Good. We can go alone together. Confess. Confess. Confess.
How's the sewing coming along?
Oh, good. Pretty good, Mother Superior. Where are you going?
The pressing room.
Oh,
We're out of juice.
I can get you some.
Nonsense, you keep sewing.
Oh, but the pressing room, it's a real mess.
I'm not taking a picture of it, Sister Philomena. I'm just getting some bottles.
Okay, well, grab the bottles with the white labels. They're more what you're looking for.
All right.
What happened?
It's all right. Just a little spill. Would you get the mop and the bucket from the kitchen and help me clean up the broken glass?
Mother Superior, I told you to grab the bottles with the white labels.
The bottles with the white labels fell off the shelf. Someone put them dangerously close to the edge. Now go to the kitchen and get the mop and bucket, and we'll clean that up before it stains. You can put those away too.
You look awful.
Do you know the last time I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning, Paul? Never. That's it.
Now look, we both agree. Ask a few questions, find out nothing's going on here, and leave. Right?
I don't know why you're still so nervous about all of this.
Look at me. Do you know how many rosaries I'm going to have to say for impersonating a priest?
You know, you do look pretty good in a uniform.
Oh, really? You don't think this dress makes me look fat?
It actually sort of accentuates your shoulders.
Oh, thanks. You know, I've been doing a little weightlifting after work with the fellas, and I think... Sally, this is serious. Let's just do this and get out of here.
Fine. I'll go find Sister Mary and Sister Augusta. You track down Mother Superior and Sister Philomena. We'll meet back here in an hour, compare notes, and figure out what we're going to do.
George, where are you?
Oh, Father George, you're back with the bottles already? Oh, good morning, Father Chenille.
I take it you've been informed of our Father George?
Yes, Father.
Have you seen him this morning? I've been looking for him everywhere.
Yes, he had to run into town and do a few errands for us.
But he's supposed to be here today looking after Father never mind. He's just supposed to be here is all.
Oh, well, there's some nice warm tea brewing in the kitchen if you'd like to wait for him there.
I would indeed. Thank you.
Okay.
You're certain?
Yes, Mother Superior, I don't want you smelling, stepping on any of the broken glass. I can do it quite good myself.
Very well. Ah, Father Paul.
Good morning, Mother Superior.
I trust your accommodation with Father George is acceptable?
Yes, quite nice.
I noticed that you skipped breakfast this morning. There's tea in the kitchen if you would like some.
I'm fine, thank you.
Father, may I ask you a rather odd question?
Yes, Mother Superior?
Can you tell when someone is lying?
I beg your pardon?
In confession, you see sinners all the time. Suppose there was someone who had committed a great sin. They had disguised themselves as a member of the church. Could you tell that they were lying just by looking at them?
Mother Superior, I don't know what you mean.
I believe I have that gift. I can spot a phony right away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
May I be frank with you, Father? There is a deceiver in this very convent.
What?
Father, you're stuttering.
A deceiver?
It is painfully obvious that Sister Mary is the spy sent from Rome.
Oh, so you know about Sister Mary then?
It's painfully clear that Sister Mary Catherine is not a real nun.
Mary Catherine?
Yes, Father, she arrived late last night.
Oh, Mary Catherine, yeah.
Father, as much as I abhor myself for what I'm about to ask you, I feel I must for the good of the convent.
What would you like me to do, Mother Superior?
Disguise yourself as a nun.
I beg your pardon?
I need you to dress up like a nun so you can follow Sister Mary Catherine and tell me what she's up to. I know it sounds crazy and somewhat sinful, but I'm desperate. She's already met everyone else, or I'd never ask you to do this. Please, Father, the future of the Sisters of Perpetual Sewing depends on it.
But isn't that deceitful? You were just saying.
I said what she was doing was deceitful. A layperson dressing as clergy, but your clergy dressing as clergy. I hear someone. Quick, hide in there.
I need some more thread.
I don't want anyone to see you.
I don't want to do this.
Please, Father.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Confess. Confess.
I beg of you.
No.
Please.
No.
But, Father, if the convent closes, there'll be no charity for the orphans.
Orphans.
Yes, in addition to our sewing, the Sisters of Perpetual Sewing holds many charity events for the orphans.
I didn't know about the orphans. Of course I'll help.
Excellent. You go in the high holy closet, we'll pick out a wimple and a veil, and I'll get my sewing kit and fit it to you. Don't let anyone see you. Discretion is imperative. I'll be right back.
Father Paul?
Sister Philomena, right?
Yes. I was wondering who Mother Superior was talking to.
Oh, did you hear what we were discussing?
Not really. Why?
Oh, no reason. Anyway, I suppose I should go pray or something, and you should go take care of that mop and bucket. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Father.
I'll see you later then.
Okay.
Guess I'll just mosey on back to Father George's.
All right.
Chenille.
Hello there, sister.
I need to speak to you. It's urgent.
Can't it wait? I'm in desperate need to find Father George.
No, God is speaking to me.
What?
It's a miracle! I hear voices! Oh, God was saying, confess, confess, and then today he was saying, please.
Really?
Yeah, and then I heard his voice.
Wow! His voice?
Yeah, his voice.
What did he say?
So God was saying, confess, confess, please, please. And then the devil was saying, no, no. It's as if they're fighting for my very soul.
Are you certain you heard those voices?
I heard them with my own 2 ears. What should I do?
Well, perhaps, is there anything you need to confess? Perhaps there's something burdening your heart.
Yes, I need to speak to you now.
I'm afraid it's going to have to wait. You're going to have to give your confession to Father Paul. I must find Father George.
Yes, I will give my confession to Father Paul.
Oh, it's Father Paul!
Oh, Father.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I need to confess to you right away.
Well, I'm not I gotta deliver these bottles to Sister Augusta.
It's urgent. My soul is in peril.
Well, I would if I could, honestly, but I'm really not qualified. Well, maybe not a formal confession. How about we just go outside and talk?
Okay, I'd like that.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before?
I don't think so.
What's this? Oh, it's worse than I thought. There must be a dozen bottles in here. All empty. Oh, it's true. George is a you-know-what-aholic. I only hope the sisters were able to speak with him in time.
Mother Superior.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Mother Superior.
Mother Superior? Mother Superior?
Yes, Sister Augusta?
Mother Superior? Sister Mary Catherine has gone off with Father George to give a confession.
Give her some time alone and then start following her again.
A confession, Mother Superior, to Father George.
Yes, so you said.
Father George, Mother. George!
Oh dear. But he's not a real priest.
I know!
Well, stop her.
But how?
Well, I don't know. Just do it.
But how?
Mother Superior gestures for Augusta to go. Mother Superior also leaves. Sally enters, looks around, and hides in the dressing room. Mother Superior enters, looks around, gestures for Paul to remain, and leaves. Philomeno enters, picks up the box, and goes to the dressing room. Philomeno opens the dressing room door, and Sally exits. Philomeno tries to hide the box of bottles. Sally leaves. Philomeno hides the box behind the trunk as Mother Superior re-enters. She sits on the box. Mother Superior scolds her and shoos her away. Philomeno leaves. Mother Superior enters the closet. Augusta enters, sees nothing, leaves. Mother Superior and Paul re-enter. Augusta and Philomeno enter and see Mother Superior and Paul. They are confused. Paul bumps the box of bottles. Mother Superior grabs the box and gestures for Paul to take it away, and she exits. Philomeno enters, and Paul and her wrestle with the box. Augusta joins the struggle. All three of them leave. Enter Sally looking for Paul. Sally hides as George and Mary Catherine enter. Paul's coat is caught in the door. George tells Mary Catherine that he'll get her something to drink, and he leaves. Sally is pulling on the coat and whispering, "Come on! Come on! Come on!" Mary Catherine is terrified and rushes off. Sally opens the door as Paul enters. She doesn't recognize him. Philomeno and Augusta enter. Paul and Sally escape to the pressing room. Mother Superior enters. Augusta and Philomeno try to hide the bottles. Father Chenille and George enter. Mother Superior confronts George. Mother Catherine enters and rushes to Father Chenille. A struggle for the bottle ensues. Mother Superior slams the bottle on the table and the pressing room door opens. Mother Superior faints.
You don't think I'm a prude, Father, but I was really shocked to see Sister Paula and Sister Mary kissing like that.
Well, as Mother Superior explained, Sister Paula is from France.
I suppose they do greet each other differently there. I wonder if that's what they call a French kiss.
No, a French kiss is with tongue. Which I was told in confession. I do not know myself, as I am a priest.
Well, I hope Sister Paula doesn't greet us all that way.
Became a nun. Wasn't there anybody in your past to whom you felt the least bit of attraction to?
Well, at the orphanage I grew up in, there was a boy. He was a groundskeeper's son. He was very handsome, and I was so smitten over. On his breaks, he would sit and read books all day. He would read Tolstoy, Shakespeare, Bronte.
Charlotte or Emily?
Well, why both? But I was too shy to ever go and talk to him. Then one day he was gone. A new groundskeeper came. I never knew what happened to him, but I always felt in my heart I would remember if he ever were to come back and what it was like to be in love. It's kind of silly. Why do you ask?
Well, it's not a silly memory at all. I mean, the boy. Do you remember his name?
No, but on his shirts he had monogrammed his initials, GD. If you pronounce it, it almost sounds like God.
Well, perhaps that boy is still out there, looking for you. Perhaps he always knew he was being watched, because he was watching you as well. Perhaps he remains a groundskeeper to this very day, searching every window for signs of that lovely young girl.
Perhaps, but I'll never know. Besides, it's too late. I'm already a nun. Well, almost.
Almost?
Oh, Father, I have something to confess. I'm not really a nun.
You're not? Well, that's great. I mean, what do you mean?
I'm a novice. I'm still in training. Cardinal Redding sent me here to finish out, since I'm so skilled in sewing. But I felt so guilty wearing this gown before I've taken my official vows. Oh,
Well, I have something to confess to you as well. I'm not really a priest. I was just telling you I was.
What?
Well, Father Chenille asked me to. I mean, he wants me to spy on Father Paul. He's worried he's been sent to take over the parish, so he asked me to report back what I see, and so you see, I'm not really a priest at all.
Then who are you?
I'm the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper? But I gave you confession!
I know, it was wonderful.
So you've been pretending to be a priest? You're a crazy man.
Well, I only did it because Father Chenille asked me to.
I don't care. You should have never agreed to it.
Oh, you don't understand, Mary Catherine.
You don't understand. I trusted you with my most private secrets. I thought you were bound by the church to keep my confession confidential. Now you'll go and tell everyone.
No, I won't, I swear.
How do I know that's not another lie?
Oh, Mary Catherine.
You're crazy. You and Father Chenille.
Did I hear my name?
Yeah, Father Chenille. Shame on you. You.
What was that all about?
Yeah, she knows I'm not a priest.
Oh, you told her? Oh, man, it was supposed to be a secret. As long as she doesn't go telling anybody about it. Now, what can you tell me about Father Paul?
I don't have time for that right now, Father. I gotta go convince Sister Mary Catherine not to become a nun.
But she's already never mind. Mother Superior.
Yes, Father.
I trust you're feeling better?
Fully revived, Father.
That's great. I was wondering if you could tell me what in heaven's name is going on. Who is this Sister Paula? Is she the spy sent by Rome?
No, of course not.
How can you be so sure?
Well, she's my sister.
You have a sister?
Yes. Sister Paula is also my sister. She's in town for a few days.
Very convenient, your sister knowing Sister Mary.
Yes. She's French.
Who, Sister Mary?
No. My sister, Sister Paula. That's why she was kissing Sister Mary like that. She's French.
But you're not French.
No, I was. But I grew out of it.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'm afraid I don't really either.
Well, regardless, have you seen Father Paul? I was hoping I could talk to him about saying afternoon mass with me. You know what they say, keep your enemies close.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Great. If you happen to see him, can you send him to me over at the church?
Of course, Father.
Thank you. Oh, and Mother Superior?
Yes, Father?
I expect I'll see you in confession tomorrow?
Yes, Father, I expect you will. Father Paul, I must speak with you at once.
Please call me Sister Paula while I'm dressed like this.
Very well.
I don't want to have to make up another lie.
Sister Paula, your discovery has forced me to commit a grave sin. I have lied to a priest. In order to spare you embarrassment, I must tell you of the circumstances I have created. You're my sister, you're French, and you can...
I do?
Yes. Now listen, I know no one in this situation is above reproach, but what were you doing, kissing Sister Mary like that in the pressing room?
That's a good question. Awful good. What was I doing kissing Sister Mary in the pressing room? Well, you see, the thing is, You make me very nervous when you stare at me like that. Could you please turn around for a second? I wasn't actually kissing Sister Mary.
I saw you with my own 2 eyes.
You only think you saw us kissing. In fact, Sister Mary is plagued with allergies. When she was younger, she almost died of a bee sting, anaphylactic shock. Walking on her lip until we could find one. But luckily the shock of everyone screaming got her adrenaline pumping, working the venom out of her system, thus saving her life.
I had no idea. Why didn't she say something?
She is terribly embarrassed about her allergy. She didn't want to make a bad impression.
Oh, the poor dear.
Yes, it's awful.
Thank goodness you were here to save her.
Yes.
Oh, Mother Superior, Sister Mary has locked herself in her room. She's inconsolable, and can't get her out.
She's probably embarrassed, the poor thing. Tell her everything is all right and invite her to join us for some tea.
But I've tried everything, Mother Superior, and she's very distraught. I'm afraid she's going to do something drastic.
I will go and speak with her personally. You get back to your sewing. I'll speak with you later, Sister Paula.
France sure has some interesting customs, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I should like to visit it one day. What a wonderful way to say hello.
I thought you locked yourself in your room.
Well, I crawled out the window. What are we gonna do? Our cover was almost blown.
I did some quick thinking and convinced the Mother Superior I was sucking a bee stinger out of your lip. You're allergic.
Best thing I've ever heard. She actually bought that?
Would a priest lie? Look, I haven't seen anything to suggest these nuns are our secret winemakers. Let's just get out of here before things get any more ridiculous.
Are you kidding me, Paul? Pressing room? Are you sure they're just making grape juice in there?
I don't care anymore, Sally. I don't care anymore, Sally. Look at me. I'm a reporter dressed like a priest dressed like a nun. Now let's go.
Wait. Why did you kiss me?
Can we talk about that later? Like when I'm not wearing a dress?
No, I'd like to talk about it now. We were all running around and then suddenly we're kissing.
I don't know.
Wait. You dream about kissing me?
Sally, this isn't the time.
Paul?
Okay, fine, yes, I dream about you. I think about you a lot, Sally, every minute of every day. And I promised myself that the minute you told me you loved me again, I'd whisk you away to Vegas to get married before you could change your mind. Do you think it's just a coincidence the chief assigns us the same stories? I asked him to. I can't imagine a day of my life without you in it, Sally. There's something I've wanted to ask you. Well, ask you again. But I've been too scared. Will you?
Shh. Do you hear something?
There's the bottles that we have. There's like a sewing stuff. I'm just so nervous about all of this.
There's nothing to be nervous about. Just go into George's cabin and get any of the juice bottles that are in there, and then bring them and replace them with the bottles of you-know-what that Mother Superior brought into the kitchen this morning. Tonight, after everybody's gone to bed, we can rush through the sewing.
But what if?
But nothing. We have to get this done.
Oh, man. I told you, pay dirt.
Okay, you go make sure what's in those bottles in the kitchen is what we think it is. I'm gonna go tell Mother Superior I'm through playing Sister Paula. Then Father Paul's going to have to go back to his own parish so I can spy in my own clothes again.
Fine, I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes.
Fine, now go. Now where'd my hat go?
Please, won't you just listen to me?
There's nothing you can say that is of any interest to me.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe you.
I didn't mean it.
I don't care.
I love you.
I can't. What did you say?
I love you. I've always loved you. Since the first moment we met.
We only met this morning.
Oh, Mary Catherine, it's me. GD. George Donnelly, son of the groundskeeper. It's me.
George?
Yes.
I thought I recognized you, but I couldn't remember from where.
And now we found each other again.
It's a miracle!
I was gonna say something to you earlier, but I had to make sure it was really you.
And did you love me like I loved you back then?
I've thought about you every day since.
Oh, George!
Oh, Mary Catherine. Hey, sure you're not really a nun?
I'm not a nun.
Hallelujah.
And you're not really a priest?
I am not a priest.
Amen!
Sister Mary Catherine.
Oh, Sister Augusta!
George.
Sister.
Augusta?
Mother Superior.
Sister Mary Catherine.
Mother Superior.
George.
Father Chenille.
Mother Superior.
Father Chenille.
Sister Mary Catherine? George.
Sister Mary.
George.
Sister Philomena.
Philomena.
Mother Superior?
Sister Philomena.
Augusta?
Cardinal Redding.
Cardinal Redding?
Cardinal Redding?
My children!
How is it possible that we didn't even know that he was coming?
Maybe George forgot to give us the telegram. It has happened before.
It's all Father Chenille's fault. If he hadn't convinced George to dress up like a priest and spy on
Father Paul, then George would have remembered things like delivering Redding will be back with Father Chenille from saying afternoon mass, and I want everything to be ready for his arrival.
Yes,
Mother Superior.
Sister Philomena, I'd like you to stay. I need to speak with you.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Philomena, what was in that box you brought in earlier today?
The box, Mother Superior?
Yes, the box that made the sound of breaking glass.
Oh, those were just bottles of grape juice, Mother Superior.
From where?
George's cabin.
Why did you take the juice from George's cabin?
I had to replace the bottles in the kitchen.
Why? What's wrong with the grape juice in the kitchen? Sister, I asked you a question. What's wrong with the grape juice in the kitchen? Sister, answer me.
Okay, Mother Superior. It's not grape juice, it's wine. It's wine. Saint aperitif, devil's hair tonic. Now don't ask me any more questions.
How did our grape juice come to be replaced with wine? Sister, answer me.
Sister Augusta and I have been making wine. Oops. You know what? Selling it to the locals for years. It proved to be the only way to help the convent. We knew if you found out you wouldn't let us do it anymore. So we've been lying to you for years. We're horrible, disgusting liars.
How dare you? You know how I feel about you know what.
Well, we would have stopped, but we just couldn't. We were only selling so many bottles of grape juice. But once we started selling that, you know what? It was a miracle. They started buying it by the case. We were making so much money for the convent, it was the only way to keep our doors open. If I was only able to lie.
After Cardinal Redding leaves, I will dole out punishment to you and Sister Augusta. In the meantime, keep your mouth shut. I don't want anyone to find out the truth about what's been going on here. Least of all, Sister Mary Catherine. If that sneaky little spy finds out, Rome will close us down for sure. Tell no one. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, Mother Superior.
Now,
you will forget what I told you. You will.
Saints preserve us. Well. I suppose you're French too.
What do you mean, Mother Superior?
Kissing Sister Mary Catherine like that. Shameful.
Well, she's not
Save your breath, George. I know she's not really a nun.
You do.
Of course. But that still doesn't give you the right to do what you did. And in front of Cardinal Redding.
Well, I beg your pardon, Mother Superior, but don't you find it quite odd how much Cardinal Redding looks like Father Paul?
I hadn't noticed.
You hadn't noticed? They could be twins.
I suppose they bear a slight resemblance to each other.
It's more than a slight resemblance. Besides, we've never actually seen the two of them together.
Sister Mary did. She said Father Paul was taking a nap in your cabin when Cardinal Redding arrived.
Well, still.
What are you saying, George? That Father Paul disguised himself as Cardinal Redding?
No, not at all. I'm saying maybe Cardinal Redding disguised himself as Father Paul. Maybe Cardinal Redding's the spy.
Preposterous. Do you really think Rome would send someone as prestigious as a cardinal to spy on us?
Maybe not.
Now listen, George. I don't want you spouting any more of your crazy theories when Cardinal Redding gets back. It would be incredibly insulting.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Now, please pour some glasses of punch. I'm going to go finish the rest of the food in the kitchen.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Thank you, George.
Ugh, a little bland. Maybe if I get a little juice from the pressing room. A little better. twice as better. This grape juice makes all the difference.
Oh, George, what are we going to do?
What do you mean?
We were caught kissing. I can't lie anymore. I have to tell Mother Superior everything.
Don't get so worked up. Here, have some punch.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, this wasn't at all as how it was supposed to go.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you look thirsty.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, I didn't know what to do, so I ran off and prayed. Oh, I just know I have to tell Mother Superior that I'm a novice.
Hey, whatever you say. You sure you don't want any of this punch?
Oh, no, thank you. Oh, I need to go talk to her right away. Wish me luck, George.
Good luck. I gotta get the recipe for this punch.
I must say, Cardinal Redding, that was one of the most interesting masses I've ever attended. Until your sermon, I didn't even realize Moses had a dog.
Yes, Saint Bernard, actually. You know, he was responsible for putting out the fire in the burning bush.
And the way you sort of crammed in all those poems and prayers together, your mass only took 10 minutes.
Yes, well, I suppose I'm still flustered by all that had happened this afternoon.
Quite understandable, Cardinal. I want to assure you that what you saw between George and Sister Mary Catherine was not at all tolerated and is very shocking to us all.
As it should be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'm going to take a quick walk around the grounds. Make sure there are no other infractions or anything. Perhaps talk to Sister Mary?
Certainly, Cardinal Redding, certainly. Punch. Wow! This is great punch. Oh, quite tasty indeed.
Father Chenille, where's Cardinal Redding?
He's around here somewhere. This is really good punch.
Thank you.
No, I mean it is really good punch.
Thank you. Would you be so good as to help me with the rest of the food in the kitchen?
It was one thing when I was pretending to be a priest. It was another when I was pretending to be a nun. But a cardinal, this is the last straw.
Oh, come on, Paul. I know this is crazy, but if you can just buy me 1 hour, I just want to sneak back into the pressing room because I think we have found the secret winery.
I don't care anymore, Sally. These nuns are good people. They aren't hurting anyone. I'm not going to rat them out just to get better writing assignments. Now, come on. Let's get out of here.
But are you kidding me? We're so close.
Let's go.
I just want to go to the pressing room, Paul.
Now, Sally.
What is wrong with you? This is our big break. We get this story, man. We are serious journalists. No more fluff pieces, no more sitting around the ballroom. Listen to everybody else laugh at us. We'll finally be up there with the big boys, Paul. Don't you want that too?
Not if it means hurting people.
These nuns, nothing's going to happen to them except they'll be $1 million richer.
I'm talking about us, Sally. Don't let another story get between us.
Is that what this is still all about?
That Dylan story broke us up. I've been working with you day in and day out for a year, just hoping you'd look at me and realize what a mistake you made.
Paul?
I love you, Sally. There, I said it, I love you. You're more important to me than anything else in the world. I didn't go after the Dylan story because nothing, not the success or the front page or even a Pickering Award, means more to me than you do. You're my front page news.
Paul?
The only thing I've ever asked from you is for your hand in marriage. But now I'm asking for one more thing. If you really care about me, let's let these nice people be and go home.
Paul, I do care about you so much. But I've got to get this story.
Oh, Cardinal Redding, let me tell you again how thrilled the Sisters of Perpetual Sewing are to have you visit us today. It's just a shame that all the other sisters are on retreat and unable to join us.
Let me propose a toast. To Cardinal Redding, a blessing on his visit and a blessing on his health.
Sisters, a word. What's the meaning of this?
Mother Superior, I had no idea. George must have went into the pressing room.
Do you realize what we have done? We have served wine to a cardinal.
You were right, Father Chenille. This is good punch.
Quick, stop him before he drinks out of that glass.
Cardinal Redding, the juice in this punch has gone sour. Let me get you something else to drink. Maybe some tea?
Nonsense. This is fine.
No, really, it's not very good.
Are you kidding me? This might be the best punch I've ever tasted.
I agree. Can I get you another, Cardinal Redding?
Stop it. No! Stop!
Sister, what is the meaning of this?
You will forget about the punch. You will forget about the punch.
Can a man sleep in peace?
George, what were you doing down there?
I was trying to take a nap. Been working like a dog all week, getting bottles, picking grapes, dressing up like a priest. But hey, Cardinal Redding.
George, go back to your cabin at once.
Not until I speak with Mary Catherine. I ain't leaving here without her.
What is going on with everyone today?
Look what I found. Would you look what I found here? Well. Look what I found here.
George, have you been drinking in the pressing room?
No. I was drinking out there.
This is not George's, Mother Superior. It's yours.
Mine?
This is the proof that this convent has been making wine and selling it to the locals.
We're sinners. Forgive us. Big mouth.
What is she talking about?
The Sisters of Perpetual Sewing have been secretly making wine and selling it for years now.
It is true, Cardinal Redding. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I was afraid that if you knew how small our convent was, you'd close us down. We know you sent Sister Mary Catherine to spy on us.
What? I'm not a spy.
Of course you are, dear.
No, I'm not even a nun. Cardinal Redding is letting me finish out my training. I don't take my vows until next month, but I'm not taking them anymore. I've fallen in love with George.
Cardinal Redding, sir. Cardinal Redding, I don't know how I can explain any of this to you.
He's not Cardinal Redding.
He's not.
No. Cardinal Redding is like 80 years old and from Japan and wears an eye patch. I don't know who he is. Sister Paula? Father Paul?
Actually, just Paul. I'm a reporter from the Mountain View Gazette. I was sent here to investigate a secret winery.
And you, Sister Mary?
I'm Sally Andrews. I work with Paul.
But I was so certain.
I know. But that doesn't change the fact that your little convent has been selling this wine to the locals for years. This is my front page news. This is gonna get me where I'm going.
Sally! No!
Paul, I'm not gonna, you may want to squander this opportunity, but I don't. This is finally gonna get me where I'm going.
And where's that, Sally?
Somewhere I thought you wanted to be too.
Well, I guess there's nothing to do now but wait for Rome to close us down. I can't believe you do this to us.
Mother Superior, I'm really sorry, I am.
I should have known you were a phony. You always seem so nervous around me, stuttering. Like those boys I used to teach at St. Julius d'Orange High School.
St. Julius d'Orange? Sister Margaret?
Paul Billings.
So it is you. I can't believe it.
Paul Billings, I should have known.
So you remember me then, after all these years?
Of course, I always remember the troublemakers. Plus, you reminded me very much of my late husband.
Mother Superior, you were married?
Yes. I was a widow before I became a nun. I had 2 children, twins, a little boy and a little girl. Their father, God rest his soul, liked, you know what, a little too much. We were vacationing in France when he drunkenly crashed our car into a telephone pole. I woke up 2 days later in a Catholic hospital. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but I could see in their eyes what had happened to my family. They were all killed. And that's why I can never utter the words associated with Satan's drink. It's too painful.
France? Where in France?
You've never heard of it. A little town in the middle of nowhere called
Côte de Cashmere.
How did you know?
I was found on the doorstep of a boys' orphanage in a little town called Côte de Cashmere.
And I was found on a girl's front doorstep of an orphanage outside of Coats de Cashmere.
How old are you?
24. And you?
24. My birthday is on April 11th.
Brother?
Sister.
Children!
I have so many questions. What was father like? Was he smart?
Very.
Was he handsome?
Very.
What did he do for a living?
He was a salesman, quite successful in his line of work. He sold.
Bedspreads.
Yes, that's right.
Chenille bedspreads, to be exact. The accident altered my face, but never my heart, Margaret.
Lawrence! Daddy?
Papa!
Family.
But Lawrence, I thought you were dead.
I asked them not to tell you I survived. I couldn't face you after the accident. I was a bad husband and a bad father. I had to get myself sober before I could face you again. So I did what any amateur magician would do. I made myself disappear. I had our marriage annulled and I came back to Canada. I started my ordination the very next day. Years later, when the Cardinal assigned me to this parish and I found you again, it was like the hand of God had brought us together. But I was so ashamed I couldn't tell you the truth. That's why I was so distraught when I found out that Father Paul was going to take over my parish. I couldn't lose you again, Margaret.
Oh, Lawrence! Paul, I can't do it, Paul. I can't go. You were right. I do run from my feelings. I left you at the altar because I couldn't let myself depend on anyone else. But when I walked out of here just now, I felt like the loneliest girl in the world. I love you, Paul. There, I said it. I love you too.
Mom, Dad, Sis, this is Sally, my soon-to-be-again wife.
Jeez, Paul, what's with the mom and dad stuff? Have a little respect.
Sally, this is my mother, the mother, and my father, the father, and my sister, the sister. I'll fill you in on the rest on the way to Vegas.
Vegas?
I promised myself that the minute Sally told me she loved me again, I'd whisk her away to Vegas to get hitched before she could change her mind.
Then why wait for Vegas? You have your old man right here to do the ceremony.
Oh, Sally, could we, before another story comes up?
Well, I can't think of a better headline than True Love Conquers All. And, of course, a local convent winning $1 million.
$1 million? We won't be considered insignificant.
We won't have to close our doors.
That's the story we were sent here to cover. Our whole newspaper's been looking for the winners.
Hallelujah!
Mary Catherine. Are you giving me your honor?
Yes, George!
Glory be.
Abracadabra.
A double wedding.
And we're already set up for the reception.
Hors d'oeuvre and wine for everyone.
Mother Superior, you just said, you know what?
As it says in Deuteronomy, and spend the money on whatever you desire, oxen or sheep or wine or strong drink, and you shall feast there before the Lord your God with your family and rejoice.
Amen.
Now, let me introduce you to these fine people who are all cooking in their nice costumes. The first one here is Dane Williams, and Dane has been with us before, and he came back to us, and he is actually a natural. The way he plays this is actually his personality. He's pretty nonchalant, but he did great. Thank you, Dane. Carla Sparks, and Carla has done quite a few of the plays with us. Carla comes with a lot of enthusiasm, and as you can see, she was a pretty enthusiastic Mother Mary Catherine. Thank you, Carla. Now, Kim Yurichuk has many hats. As you know, she's the manager of this hall, and she has kind of a day job at ATV. But besides all that, she takes on the play again, and she had a lot of lines. And she had a lot of other things going on, but I think she was an absolutely wonderful Sally. Thank you, Kim. And then we have Nick Knorr, who you've noticed for several years. He's played with us. He has not got an inch taller or an inch wider. However, his voice is deepening a bit. He does get quite into the part. He really did this year, and he had, as I counted up, the most lines of anybody. And also, he's one of the few ones that didn't ad-lib or change or skip. So there you go. And then we have Elaine Knorr, and as a lot of you know, Elaine never thought that she ever wanted to be an actress, but she's a singer, and she really is a singer. She's a very good singer. But I think that she's found her calling because she was a wonderful Mother Superior. Thank you. And then we have Chad Hunter. Chad Hunter is that kid in the class that you always want to go, oh, now what? Because Chad likes to give me a bad time because why would you learn your lines until the last minute? And then he nails every one of them. So thank you, Chad. And then we have Kathy Dallas, and Kathy has been in just about every production. And she does get into the part. Kathy has done a very good job. She's always enthusiastic and gives it her all. Thank you, Kathy. And then we have Jade Fontaine. This is Jade's very first time with us. And Jade had a couple of weeks that she couldn't be with us practicing. And she came back and she had her lines nailed, and I think she should keep coming to be an actress. Thank you, Jade. Now, like I said before, this is one of the most lengthy endeavors we've ever done. But I couldn't be more proud of this bunch because they really did a good job. They all have busy lives and things going on, but they did a very, very good job. So thank you again, and thank you to Annika, who was in the back, who was our grip, and also to the other people that...
Come on out.
Yes, Milana, I talked about you before, but I didn't introduce you. Annika, like I said, was the grip, and Alana and Joanne were the ones responsible for all the production. And actually, I need to remember Dean Knorr, who made sure that the set didn't fall over. We're very thankful for him. So thank you very much, and remember, if you were successful at your silent auction item, if you'll find Tara at the back and settle up before you go. So thank you very much for coming. It's a great time.
We have a little something for Mabel. She has been our director since before Norm tricked me into coming because he told me I wouldn't have to be on stage, I'd just have to read a part. But once Norm has his hooks in you, there's no escape. And actually, I'm very thankful because it's been a lot of fun over the years. And we're so grateful to Mabel for putting up with us. She went on holiday for a while, and we continued to practice, but we were a little more laid back, and we'd catch ourselves and go, oh, well, we can't do that when Mabel's back. And she actually came back sooner than we expected. So we came in for rehearsal, and she was already here, and it was, I thought she wasn't going to be back until next week. I don't know my lines yet. So we were cramming in the back and then sneaking a look at our scripts and then trying to hide them from her. But she always knows. And I often think trying to direct us is probably a lot like trying to herd cats. But she's really good at it, and I don't know what we would do without her.
Mother Superior?
Yes, Augusta?
Mother Superior, Sister Mary Catherine has gone off with Father George to give a confession.
I'll give her some time alone and then resume following her.
Father George. Mother, Sister Mary's going to give a confession to Father George.
Yes, so you said.
Father George. Mother George!
Oh my! But he's not a real priest.
Oh no!
Well, stop her! How? I don't know. Just do it!
But how?
Mother Superior gestures for Augusta to go, and she leaves. Sally enters looking around and hides in the dressing room. Mother Superior enters, looks around, and gestures for Paul to remain, and then she leaves. Filipino enters, picks up the box, goes to the dressing room. Filomeno opens the dressing room door and Sally exits. Filomeno tries to hide the box. Sally leaves. Filomeno hides the box behind the trunk. As Mother Superior re-enters, she sits on the box and Mother Superior scolds her and shoos her away. Mother Superior enters the closet. Augusta enters. She sees nothing. So she leaves. Mother Superior and Paul re-enter. Augusta and Filomeno enter and see Mother Superior and Paul. They are very confused. Paul bumps the box of bottles. Mother Superior grabs the box and goes at him. She gestures for Paul to take it away, and she leaves. Filomeno enters. Paul and her wrestle with the box. Augusta enters and joins the struggle. All three leave. Enter Sally, looking for Paul. Sally hides as George and Mary Catherine enter. Paul's coat is caught in the door. George tells Mother Catherine that he will get something to drink, and he leaves. Sally is pulling the coat out and whispering,
Come on! Come on!
Mother Catherine is terrified and she rushes off. Sally enters the door as Paul enters. She doesn't recognize him. Philomeno and Augusta enter. Paul and Sally escape to the dressing room. Mother Superior enters. Augustus and Philomeno try to hide the bottles. Where are the bottles? They don't know. They can't find the bottles. Father Chanel and George enter. They enter and look around. Mother Superior comes in. She confronts George. Mary Catherine enters and rushes to Father Chanel. A struggle for the bottle ensues. Mother Superior slams the bottle on the table. The pressing room door opens. Mother Superior faints.